Sequester's up to something again. Guess what I saw in the refectory after supper yesterday?
Roast beef?
Have you seen Master around?
Who's that? Prove anything, such as the sun rising in the west or the moon being a wheel of cheese.
Are you related to the Count?
Distantly. Fate has smiled upon me twice, and both times through you, my friend.
You, in Marcella, reconnecting with old acquaintances?
Just so. There's one connection I need to restore in particular, and I'll need your help. What if I offer to pay you to partake in a sort of private battle?
I don't know, Willmore. Is the battle for a good cause?
It is about my vengeance. I want revenge, and I'm almost prepared to get it. I shall make Baron Gladrin pay for slandering my good name. However, I need experienced warriors and someone like you.
I see. You're driven by a thirst for justice and revenge. I can relate.
I challenged Gladrin to combat on the fields under the aqueduct. I'll await you there.
Poor Willmore. What does Gladrin have to say about his misfortunes, I wonder?
Loyal subjects
First time
of
in
the
the
king,
Ouch!
in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Magefactory, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Magefactory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never.
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
The disaster was caused by the adepts of some unnamed cult. Someone from the Crown Lands performed a horrifying ritual. Those people wreaked havoc upon themselves in the Magefactory by summoning unknown forces, not of this realm.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
Those who fled the Magefactory are ready to tell you everything, despite their treatment at your hand. Also a spirit named Ador. Were you aware that spirits cannot lie? One more thing, Your Highness. Ador saw the survivors hide in the mines. You must organize a rescue party immediately.
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Monpatry, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Magefactory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathorn, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
Am I not free to return home to Lorien? You gave your word.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable.
Anything else?
I need a guest pass to enter the Magefactory.
I cannot help you with that. Ever since the days of Maximus, Archmages have recognized no authority but the king. If Cathorn has decided to quarantine the Magefactory, neither I nor the Royal Council are in a position to reverse his decision. In order to get through the quarantine, you need a document carrying the king's personal seal. My father is recovering, but...
Your Highness, I won't be able to carry out your order, and you'll send me back to Crucis. I wouldn't want that.
If Cathorn has decided to quarantine the Magefactory, neither I nor the Royal Council have the authority to reverse his decision. But please, exercise some discretion. We don't want a conflict with the Archmage right now.
You have your task. What else do you want?
You were good to me, Monsieur Montier. Tell me how to get to the Magefactory.
There's no getting into the Magefactory, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of it. I've been sending off letters to the Archmage for days. How many replies do you suppose I've received? The Royal Council is powerless here, and there are no legal ways into the Magefactory. Although, perhaps you could interrogate your precious witnesses. I don't expect they know anything useful, but why not?
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm, the citizens of this noble city, and our most noble and esteemed guests, we are to let no one from Monpatry enter Marcella, so as to ward ourselves from the threat of deadly plague that poisons the air and land of the Magefactory. Be wary and be vigilant, for these virtues go hand in hand.
People in the lower town aren't easy.
For death in the name all visitors from roads leading to the
Careful.
Magefactory are to be quarantined. Violation of the quarantine will be punished.
I'm glad to see you. Have you heard? Count Willmore is back in the capital.
I just talked to him.
So, you already know then. That monster has challenged me to a battle in the suburbs.
Oh. You must have a very good reason to call him a monster.
He's a deceitful snake who's been coiled around the throne for years. He's the royal treasurer and Nostria's top thief. Every treasure he's stashed away is soaked in the blood of those he's robbed or killed. My father, too, suffered at that wicked beast's hands. He didn't even spare his own sister, Baroness d'Ardennes, or her husband. How long did he hold their daughter Gisela captive in a cellar?
So locking Willmore in that castle was a just punishment?
Yes. It took all the strength I possessed to seal him in that cellar. But it was nevertheless a mistake. I should have killed him.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Ouch!
This is the capital of Nostria.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius.
Oh,
Who's that?
beauty of beauties. You've stolen my heart.
Who's that?
The Sentinel golems that were delivered yesterday. They're ready for use.
Heard all the savior jokes already. It's the one with the cat.
Careful!
bread is so good.
I could just eat until I drop.
Oh, you're back to ask more questions. But you haven't brought any aid.
I do have a question. Why is Norman so confident he can get inside the Magefactory? How is that possible?
Ah, yes. It's really simple. There's a secret passage neither the mages nor the guards knew about. It leads from the foundry straight to the outside. They call me Bludgeon's underling, but all the master craftsmen had dealings with him and his smugglers. Norman was no exception.
That's interesting. Would you be willing to point the way for me?
There's a man named Barry. I can't say anything about it without his okay. Now, I gotta be careful, you see. You can find him in Bludgeon's den. He can tell you everything. Well, if he chooses to, obviously.
Won't you know and help us?
This bread is so good.
I could just eat until I drop.
Look how we're so rich.
Where are you going? Who taught you to drive, Lottie?
Oh. Count Willmore, you're a thief, a murderer, and an embezzler of the Crown's funds. Prepare to die.
You'll answer for that, maggot. Warriors, to arms!
Hired a gang of assassins, have you? I'm prepared for your dirty tricks. Squad, to me!
Don't just stand there. I need your help. I'm the one paying you.
Oh, you started without me.
Look at the blackguard. Courtly schemer. His hands are soaked in blood.
My friend, join the fray and you'll know my generosity.
I'm ready. Gladrin, you were right. I will rectify my mistake.
Are you with me?
No, that just won't do. After all, I paid you.
You should have stayed in your cellar, Willmore.
You did the right thing, and that blackguard is in custody again. I thought I was prepared to kill him, but I serve the law. The court will decide Willmore's fate. I'll make sure his punishment is just.